Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, YouTube watchers. Hi, podcast listeners. How replay viewers? How are you? Thank you guys for being here, especially to my livers. Say hello when you come in the room. I have been MIA for the last few days. I took some time off because I was tired. I didn't feel like getting on camera. I had other stuff to do, like clean up my house and go grocery shopping and declutter. And so much more. Is this future Black Life Coach Brenda that I'm seeing with us? Hey, girl. Yeah, it's been a minute, but I'm back at it. Say hey when y'all come in the room. I got a new scar from the pimple I had the last time y'all seen me. I got some skeeter bites on my face, as the little boy said. I didn't know they were skeeter bites until I just woke up like, oh my gosh, I got skeeter bites. If you're new here, welcome. If you're an OG, hey girl. It's Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, and your master life coach trainer for the upcoming Future Black Life Coach Weekend Workshop. Yay! I'm on here to talk about 5 things life coaching is not, and to tell you how you can join us, like Brenda has already registered for, in the Black Life Coach Weekend Workshop. So right now on my Facebook page, I am pinning www.futurebblacklifecoach.com to the comment section. You can go over and find out what our upcoming weekend workshop is all about. It's 2 days with me live. Yes, you get to talk to me. We get to hang out, laugh, act silly, and learn our butts off. I do this once a quarter, and it's time, y'all. Even my neighbors know my calendar now. So October 16th and 17th, which is a Saturday and a Sunday, we're going to come together for the Future Black Life Coach Weekend Workshop. And we're going to have a time. What a time. I've been planning for y'all. Brenda says, where do you buy your earrings? Wherever I see them. So these, I want to say, came when I was I was bored one day, Brenda. And I was riding through my city here in Atlanta. And something just led me to post on Facebook asking who on this side of Atlanta sells paparazzi. And y'all went to work. Somebody found me a paparazzi dealer, shall I say, that was like an hour from where I was. She didn't know me. We talked one time, but I drove to her house, sat on her floor for a good 2 hours. Went through her. She has a shop in her home. I forgot how much I spent, but I left with a lot of jewelries. And so this was about a year and a half ago or so, and I'm yet holding on. But these are the copper. I got these in, I think, gold and silver. So that was my last haul. I haven't shop in a while. What got me hooked was a local beauty shop in my hometown. They used to do buy one, get one free. Broke my heart when they stopped doing that. They stopped carrying big jewelry. I need big jewelry because I don't have hair. So this makes up for my hair. I be having little old white ladies walk up to me like, are those heavy? I be letting them play with my jewelry. They think my earrings are heavy. People are just fascinated by my sense of style with my earrings. So this is my hair. Makes up for the lack thereof. Anyway, hey y'all. Welcome. Say hey when you come in. I'm live in our Facebook group. It just let me put a title there. I'm live here on my Facebook page, and that's it. I'm coming to talk to you guys about 5 things life coaching is not. I've been working with my coaches. Oh my God, y'all, I needed a break. I took a whole week off of my lives. I did. Y'all ain't say nothing, so I said, let me just creep on back home. Maybe they didn't notice. But usually when I go too long, I start getting inboxes like, screw me, where you at? Somebody nicely kind of brought it up recently, but she ain't like, go there, go there. So thank y'all for being patient and understanding. Me too, Brenda. I love big earrings. Not like super huge where you can't turn your neck, but like noticeable. These are my signatures. So people here in Atlanta say they know it's me by the size of my jewelry if they see me out and about. There's no mistake between the glasses and the earrings. So how are you guys today? Let me know where you're watching from. Do we have coaches in the house? I know we have a couple future Black Life Coaches. And then over at futurebblacklifecoach.com, I am hosting a 2-day weekend workshop, which I'm going to tell you all about, but you can beat me over there and find out but it's taking place on Saturday, October 16th and Sunday, October 17th. We had a great turnout the last time I did this live. Hey, Charleston, Sheila L. Mills. And we had a ball. We had several coaches join us. Some of our success coaches joined us. Y'all loved it, so I'm doing it again. And I'm prepping. So I've been working with my coaches who have been drilling me with questions, and I've been doing some deep diving for you guys. And I took notes recently, just had some aha moments of inspiration. And I said, let me jump back on live and chat with you guys. Most of us are here on the East Coast, Sheila. So thank you for sharing where you are. We got 2 coaches in Cali. One just signed up recently representing California. Yay! But for the most part, we're all here on either Eastern Standard Time or Central Time. So it helps to know where you are because I have coaches all over the world. So I be thinking I'm about to go to sleep, and child in Australia, they just waking up and I'm getting emails like bing, bing, bing. And I'm like, okay, I did sign up for this. Let me get up. So it helps to know. So I'm turning my little fan here because I'm about to teach y'all some stuff that you may or may not have known about life coaching. I meet a lot of women who say, Dr. AJ, I have been coaching, but I haven't been getting paid for it. And then they sign up to come train with me, or they join us at events like I'm hosting over at futureblackLifeCoach.com coming up. And they say, oh, Dr. AJ, I thought I had been doing coaching and I get paid for it. But come to find out they were doing several of these on this list of 5. So here we go. 5 things that life coaching is not. Number 1, life coaching is not a replacement for therapy. Hello, Germany. Duncan Sean. That's the only word I know, and I'm probably not saying it right. How are you? Welcome. We're international. So people, when I meet them, I don't know about y'all. We might have some certified coaches here. We might have some of y'all who are studying with me in this industry. And let me see. Hold on. Getting a message. Okay. One of our coaches emailing me and made me nervous. Just came out of nowhere. So, Nicole, if you're watching, I see your message and I'm coming for you after. We're no longer live. When I tell people that I'm a coach, and I'm very careful how I say it, they instantly say, oh, so maybe you can help me with this problem. And I said, no, no, no. I'm not a counselor. I'm a coach. They say, well, what's the difference? And I have to explain to them what the difference is. Who here has had that problem where maybe you're either a coach or you're becoming certified as a coach and people are mistaking you for a counselor? Because one thing coaching is not is a replacement for counseling or therapy. Hello, Angela Christine. We don't diagnose people. We don't prescribe medicine. We don't put people on treatment plans. We stay away from the medical side of this helping industry. We are an alternative to mental health. I can go deeper in that if y'all need it, but we're just at number 1 of 5. So maybe I'll address something else you might have thought coaching was with number 2. Number 2 of the 5 things life coaching is not is it is not an end-all, be-all solution for all of your clients' problems. So again, because number 1 tells you we're not counselors, number 2 confirms that we don't necessarily solve problems, right? So if you're not a coach, maybe you don't know this. If you haven't trained with me or anyone else, maybe you haven't come across this information. But we don't have anybody's solution. We don't have their answers. We just have some really good, deep, soul-searching, thought-provoking, inquisitive, nosy questions to ask people that get them to say, I never thought about it like that, or that is really interesting, or you ask some really good questions. You are so good at what you do as a coach. That's what coaching does. We don't have anybody's answers. We don't solve their problems. We don't have their solutions. We're not a replacement for counseling or therapy. And number 3, we're not telling others what to do. That's why when I meet a lot of you who are new to this thing called life coaching, especially as Black women of faith, honey, we, especially y'all mothers, we get preachy, we get churchy, and we get mothery. We start rolling our neck and our earrings are dangling and jingling, and we point fingers telling people what they coulda, shoulda, woulda did. And if you was them, you woulda did this and said this. And we start doing the little, first of all, that ain't coaching, sis. So that's why when I meet some of you, you're like, oh, I thought I was coaching. But you were actually telling other people what to do, what to think, or how to be in their life or in their lives. And let me tell you why that's a mistake that a lot of coaches make. That's why it's not safe to just pick up the title of coach and start trying to help people. Coach, call yourself a coach. Y'all see how these bunny ears, right? Because number 3 on our list of 5 things that a life coach is not, we are not responsible for telling other people what to do, what to think, how to be in their lives. Because when you start giving people advice, when you start sharing your opinion, when you start telling people what to do, you start to be biased. Like, I did this, it worked for me, so it could work for you too if you just do it like I did it. We start getting judgmental. So if you telling people what to do and they go do it, but they didn't do it like you told them to do it, we start judging like, See, that's why. Judgmental. And we start scolding, like I said, preachy, teachy, mothery, rolling of the neck, doing the little first of all. Are we clapping out? Hold on, let me do it. First of all, y'all know that ain't coaching, sis. Mainly because you begin to hold yourself at risk for legal action when you start giving advice, sharing opinions, and telling people what to do. Because what's the first thing that happens when you tell someone what to do, what they coulda, shoulda, woulda, oughta did, and they go do it, it doesn't work, and who the first person they think of? She done told me, and I did what you asked me, and they coming back for you. I have heard 2 very successful coaches this week alone who have been named in lawsuits. Okay? You got to be careful. Coaching is about asking questions. It's not about telling people what to do, what to think, how to be. We're not giving advice. We're not sharing opinions. We're not judging other people. We're not scolding them. We're not being their mamas. We're not preaching to them. We're not teaching them anything because we don't have their solution. We don't have their answers. We are not the end all be all to their life problems. We're not the replacement for therapy. Now, we can recommend that they combine coaching and counseling and therapy, but we are not to take the place of those other professionals because, again, that's not coaching. So every time I say something on this list, I need at least one person who's hanging out here with me on Facebook Live to put hashtag that's not coaching. The first thing is not coaching is being a replacement to therapy. Hashtag that's not coaching. Second thing is we're not their end all be all solution to their life problems. Hashtag that's, maybe I should say that ain't coaching, sis. Long, but you get it. Third thing, we're not telling others what to do, what to think, or how to be. Hashtag that ain't coaching. I'm saying ain't because I'm country. That ain't coaching, sis. We're not giving them advice or sharing our opinions, being judgmental or being biased because, again, hashtag that ain't coaching. Gotta say it like that with a little attitude. Number 4 on our list of 5 things that coaching and life coaching in general is not. Thank you, Coach Brenda. Hashtag that ain't coaching. Coaching is not doing the hard work for your clients. What that means is if you know 1 through 4 you've been doing, you gotta stop. Because when you start giving people advice, giving them answers, making them think they can always call on you because you'll tell them what to do, you're sharing your opinions, you rolling your neck and they need tough love and your mama, you come out, your mama come out, all that come out of you because you teaching and preaching. You trying to replace counseling. You don't need counseling. You just need Jesus. You just need prayer. Y'all know how y'all turn. When you try to be their solution, look at Brenda talking about, oops, thank you, coach. But you in training with me, so you get it. If you guys did not know what I've shared so far, 1 through 4 on our list of 5 things life coaching is not, and hang on, I got a bonus for you too. Head over to futurebblacklifecoach.com because I'm going to show you coaching, coach. I'm going to teach you coaching, sis, so we can get this thing right. On Saturday, October 16th and Sunday, October 17th, we're doing the weekend workshop because you got to know what coaching is. You got to give what it's supposed to give, okay? Hey, Astanita. I think I got that right. Thank you, girl. Hashtag, y'all got to get country with me, too. Hashtag that ain't coaching. I was trying to be proper, but I'm going to just let my country come on out. That ain't coaching, Fort Worth, Texas. So what I mean by you can't do the hard work for your coaching clients, Astunda. Thank you. Astunda. You can't do the hard work for your coaching clients because you do what's called learned helplessness when you give your coaching clients the answers. Just like a child. When you tell a 4-year-old what they can't do, one of the first things they say is why. And you keep telling them what they can't do, and they keep saying why. Until you train them on how to just know, do what I say. You can't do that with coaching, though, because these are not children. These are fellow adults who are living life, and all they need you to do as their coach is dive in organically with them. Ask them some questions no one's ever asked before because you are trained. You are skilled. You are qualified as a certified life coach. I wholeheartedly believe in certification because we dive into things like this, telling you what coaching is not, and then we replace what you thought it was with what it truly is. Brenda says, girl, I'm originally from Oklahoma, so I know country. Child, thank you. So that ain't coaching. Hashtag that ain't coaching. That's our hashtag for on tonight, okay? So when you try to do the hard work for your clients, meaning you give them answers, you doing their homework that they should be out doing as far as like researching and finding resources for themselves and reporting back to you and showing that they really want change in their life. When you put yourself in that equation and try to do the work for them, they take on what's called learned helplessness. And that means your phone is ringing at 1 a.m. That means you getting text messages first thing out of bed. That means they blowing up your emails. That means that most of y'all session, they just want to sit and talk about who did what, when, and where. Now tell me what to do, coach. Tell them Brenda, Oklahoma, and Douglasville, Georgia in the house saying hashtag that ain't coaching, sis. Enoch says, I love you. So, number 5 on our list of 5 things that life coaching is not. Life coaching is not about having a client for the rest of their life. I know we call life coaches, y'all. But that don't mean your client gonna stay with you all their life or yours. So you're not necessarily trying to get a client to commit for their lifelong. It's not about committing a client to a lifelong coaching contract. What you're actually doing as a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach is that you are learning how to teach your clients how to fly. What that means is, number 1, you need to be over at futurebblacklifecoach.com registering for this upcoming weekend workshop because we're going to have some time to play, y'all, to dive in and to chat. And I'm going to show y'all some things I done learned since being in this industry since 2013, okay? Galecki, did I say it right? Something that I have been thinking about but was just wondering what was this all about? And thanks for explaining that. I can say, yes! Come on. Okay, now if you're going to be in my crew, you got to put it right, Galecki, if I'm saying your name right. Forgive me if I'm butchering it. Tell me how to pronounce it. Hashtag that ain't coaching, okay? Since you get your clarity, you got to say it country. And people going to be like, you must know Dr. A.J. Austin, crazy country Christian self, all the C's, okay? But when you learn all the C's, you do what's called, when I train and certify my coaches, I certify you to confidently convert conversations to clients, cash, checks, and credit cards. Those C's. So if you really want to get there, number 1, check out futurebblacklifecoach.com. Sign up to come join us in these 2 days because that's the introduction to how to get to the C's. coins. But you really start to unveil what you thought coaching was. You get clearer on what coaching actually is. And then you can go out and show people in addition to telling them what coaching is. But when you're making these 5 mistakes and you are actively participating in the misconceptions of life coaching, then you committing sins and breaking rules, okay? Enoch said she's in Ghana, West Africa, where she was close, so you can train me good. Girl, I train the same way online and offline. We have a ball. People want to hang on to the end. I be having to hang up on folk, kick them out the room. So come on and join us. We would love to have you. We have coaches in the Cayman Islands, the Bahamas, Vietnam, Australia, Austria. I am the same way, especially y'all that I've talked to on the phone. And I've even done some Skype videos in Africa. But yeah, we have just as much fun online. You just have to have time set aside. Come join us. Because when you learn what coaching is not, you start making space for helping your clients deeper. So because number 5 tells us, that you're not committing a client to a lifelong coaching contract. You're actually training them on how not to need you. And I know that's like, what do you mean? How not to need me? Yes, let me tell you why. You can ask any of the almost 200 Black women of faith around the world who have personally trained with me, live and in person and on video. What happens after they leave my class? They learn how to coach in a way that, not that they never ever need me again, but they say they hear me on their shoulder. I'm that little angel, okay? And they start saying, Dr. AJ would say this, or she would ask me this about this. You want to train your clients not to need you. And by you doing that, you're making an impact. Remember when I say at the end of all of my lives that when you impact one life, you impact generations. So because you're helping your clients by getting them to not need you, you're training them to start digging deeper for themselves. You're training them to impact the world by going out, learning how to really coach and ask questions of themselves without you there. Their family's going to see a difference. Their friends and loved ones, their colleagues, their church members are going to see a difference. But now you're also starting to make space for your future coaching clients who really do need you to show them how to get unstuck. So when you coach, not try to be everybody's solution, not try to tell people what to do, not try to replace counseling in their life, not doing the hard work for them, you become this positive little angel voice that sits on your client's shoulders. And they hear you or your voice in their head. You start weaning them off their need for you to give them advice or tell them what to do. And you start weaning them off the need to be coached, aka learn helplessness. They're not looking to you for their answers because you're not giving advice. And that's why giving advice and sharing opinions is not okay, because you're training them to become helpless when you do that. Galecki says, yes, we have crazy charmers to really ask if you talk about this. So when you learn coaching, you can show people what it is. You can talk about it with sincerity. You can help them to redefine what they thought it was, because you know now 5 things that it's not. It's not a replacement for counseling or therapy. It's not the end-all be-all solution for all of your clients' life's problems. It is not telling others what to do, what to think, how to be in their lives. You're not giving them advice or sharing your opinions or being biased or judgmental. You're not scolding them or preaching to them or teaching them or being their mama. You're not doing the hard work for them. And you're definitely not trying to commit them to a lifelong contract with you. You're actually training them to, now you're their angel. You're the voice of reason in their head, asking them questions versus telling them what to do. And in turn, you're making space for your future coaching clients. So you want to become that positive voice, that angel on the shoulder that is weaning them off the need for you. And that's okay too. Your clients should outgrow your coaching, but your job is to be there for them in the very beginning, and get them to their next level. I used to try to be the end all be all for my clients. I'm like, if she just did what I told her to do, Then I found out, yeah, no, you were just meant to help her get one step closer, not take her the full way. Now she can go meet her other coach because you helped her get all this junk out of her head and she can see clear. And I have so many stories of that happening. Hey, Shamandrian, how are you? She says, love this perspective. Thank you. So this came as a result of working with my coaches this week. I have 3 new coaches. I had 5 already, y'all. So I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I wake up tomorrow. I got so many coaches, okay? But this just helped me to realize that a lot of people, they need you for where they are today. You're not their end all be all. You're not their answers for everything. I remember one coach that worked with me for, I had a 6-month program. And we went to church together because she lived here in Atlanta. She came to visit me at church. We prayed together. We talked. She went to events with me. We had deep conversations. And she went through one of my programs. And at the end of it, she said, you know what I decided after working with you? This ain't even really what I want to do. And at first I was like, what do you mean? But when I thought about, oh my gosh, the time that we spent together got her so clear, she could see what her next direction was. Mine wasn't to take her to the finish line, growing a business. It was to get her where she needed to be next. And the next time I seen her, y'all, she had lost 150 pounds. Looked amazing. I did a double take. Like, oh my God. And she just walked up and hugged me. She had moved. Her life had done a complete 180. And she was just soaring. And still to this day, she is still soaring, still looks great. And all I can think about was, oh my gosh, our journey got her here. Yes, I'm taking credit for all that. Okay? So when you keep things like that in mind, like Shamandra has said, your job is to plant the seed and someone else can water. Because I wasn't a weight loss coach. I was in mine like, girl, how you doing what you do? And come to find out, our conversations with me as her coach helped her to just wipe the scales off her eyes and see what she really wanted. And she went for it. That's your job as a coach. I never told her to go lose weight. I never told her to go do this, and that. She could see because of the time we spent together, because of my one role to get her one step closer to where she needed to be. So when you keep that in mind, the job of a coach becomes so much clearer. When you're like, I'm not here to replace counseling or therapy. I'm not here to be anyone's solution to their life's problems. I'm not here to tell them what to do, how to be, what to think. I'm not here to give them advice or share my opinions. I'm not here to do the hard work for them. You can't lose 150 pounds for somebody. I'm trying to do that for myself, You are not there to make them need you to where they can't go soar on their own. Your job is to get them to the next level. And that's what we're diving into over at www.futurebblacklifecoach.com coming up on October 16th and 17th in our 2-day weekend workshop. And if you hang on, I'm gonna share a bonus with you of what life coaching is not, because these were my aha moments recently. But FutureBlackLifeCoach.com features our 2-day weekend workshop that I do once a quarter or so. I be having a plan for y'all because y'all be needing all my attention. But it's where we're going to spend 2 amazing half days. I love half day trainings. I'm a trainer by profession. That's what my degree is in. My doctorate is in Christian psychology, so I love training Black women of faith. And we're going to spend these 2 half days together, right? And I'm going to share these secrets. It's 3 secrets to how you take everything I just shared in these 5 things life coaching is not, plus the bonus I'm about to give you in a minute. So hang to the end, sis. And I'm going to teach you how to use that to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified Black woman life coach. Y'all ready? If you're not certified, sign up. Come join us. If you are certified, you can welcome to the tribe. Enoch says, I am into ministry, and I normally counsel and motivate the people around me. I really find it hard at times dealing with a lot of people. Okay? No, this is why I work with Black women, because they don't ask stuff like that. We got a few men who know the rules when they come in the building. You come to learn, because information is universal. So when I work with men, it's because they beg me, please don't leave us out. We need you too, Dr. AJ, but I've never had a marriage proposal. So that's off the table, okay? Ministry is different than coaching. I train pastors and pastors' wives and bishops and elders and deacons and reverends and first ladies and couple counselings and all of them have been in my class because, as I mentioned, we have almost 200 Black women of faith who have trained with me either live in person or online. They're all into ministry, but now they know the difference between being a counselor at church and being a motivator, being an inspirer, telling people what to do. Because the only way coaching is hard for you is if you're not really coaching because you haven't been trained. Just like you really shouldn't grab a mic and start speaking over people's lives if you haven't really, put in the work. But we're going to leave that there because that ain't what this is about. I have a friend here. Well, he just moved to New York, but he did his dissertation on counseling in the church because, not counseling, church, coaching in the church, because we don't see a lot of coaching in the church. And so that's what I love about what I do, training Black women of faith, because you can come get trained, take that back to church, add it to your ministry, and your people will see the difference. So we have a lot of pastors live here in Atlanta that's the game to train with me, with churches. And now they know. As a matter of fact, our most recent coach in California is a pastor as well. I looked on her site and she got it going on. I was like, look at one of our Black women life coaches, pastor. So I share that because when you get clear on what coaching is, you're able to coach more effectively. Your clients, meaning people who pay you, not people who you volunteer to talk to, they pay you and they have expectations of certain results that you 100% can deliver because you know how to coach. And those are some of the secrets we're diving into in the 2-day Future Black Life Coach Weekend Workshop on Saturday, October 16th and Sunday, October 17th. We're spending 2 half days together. And I'm teaching you how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified Black woman life coach. It is like a boot camp, so we're going to be working together, making sure that you understand how I've been able to take 26 years in the faith-based arena. So I know y'all church folk, okay? But I've been teaching and training in this arena. I've been developing programs in this arena, and I've now used that as a Black woman who is now a master life coach certification trainer with my own organization of almost 200 Black women certified life coaches all over the world. And some of them you will get to meet live. They're going to be on what we call the Success Panel, answering your questions, because a lot of you have questions about what it's like to be a new coach or just getting started, just starting out, just making money. One of our coaches recently, we just celebrated her today. She just got her first weekly paid client, which I was like, wow, because most people want to pay on a month-to-month basis. Her client was like, how can I pay you every week? You so good. I'm enjoying this so much. So I'm going to teach you those secrets in our 2 days together. And I'm going to talk about how there are things called coaching categories. There's actually 3 of them. And it teaches you how to dive within, because how I teach is self-study. You're going to look at yourself first. And you're going to say, what do I bring to the coaching industry, right? Hi, Coach Lillian in our Facebook group. And Coach Lillian is from Tupelo, Mississippi. She came and trained with us live here in Atlanta. But we coach based on our personalities. We coach based on the characteristics that we have. And these characteristics are within and required of. They're like mandatory for every Black woman of faith who is becoming a new life coach. Every coach should have these, but I understand everybody that's calling themselves a coach has not been certified. So you don't know to have these if you haven't invested in learning the skill of coaching. But there are coaching characteristics, coaching qualities, and coaching categories that Black women need to have in place. So Dr. AJ Austin is going to teach you what those are. That's me, by the way. I go by Dr. AJ. So we're going to talk about your personality, how to add it to what you do as a coach to become an extraordinary Black woman certified life coach, being who you already are, connecting with the coach that's already in you. Because while you may not have been coaching correctly recently till you met me, it's okay. You still are, maybe you're still called to the industry if you're just willing to learn the right way to help people get to where they want to be with you as their coach. So we're going to dive into that, and I'm going to teach you what to look for in your certification training, because paying $25 just to get the title of a certified coach, that ain't it, sis. It's bigger than that. If that's where you got to start, I get it. I've tested a lot of these trainings that are out here today, and that's why I'm here before you on tonight, because there's so much missing and what's out there in the training industry for Black women of faith. Now, you can sign up for some of these free trainings that's out there, but it's not going to be where you need it to be as a Black woman of faith, spending time with your personality, teaching you coaching qualities, coaching characteristics, and how to really find out who you are as your anointed self being called to coach based on how you like to learn, because some people are auditory learners. So yeah, you can, hear something, you get it, you process it, makes sense. Some of us have to see things in writing. Y'all notice I done stammered over some words, had to put my font big, even though I got on glasses, put my screen on bright, and read out loud a couple times, follow with my fingers, because we're visual people. We like to print stuff out and highlight and take notes and put it in a 3-ring binder with our hole punches and pockets in the folder. I'm getting excited talking about it because that's how we learn. And then some people like to be hands-on. They like to demonstrate. It's called demonstrative learning, where they're demonstrating everything they heard, everything they saw. And they're like, now, Dr. AJ, let me show you what I know. Let me practice on someone else. Let me put it into use and prove that I was listening and paying attention. So I provide all of that in my trainings. When you head over to futureblackLifeCoach.com and come join us for the 2 days, you're going to get a little sample, a little poo-poo platter of all of that. Plus, we're going to talk about, what to look for in these trainings online, whether you come train with me or you go off and try to do your own thing. You'll be back. Don't worry, I'll be here. But you have high standards as a Future Black Life Coach, as you should. Because as you see what's out here, y'all still been making these 5 sins, these cardinal sins, breaking these cardinal rules of coaching. Hashtag, that ain't coaching, sis. So we're going to give you an invitation and an opportunity to come train with me and some of our Future Black Life Coaches, like Coach Deborah, like Coach Brenda. Coach Lillian is one of our already certified life coaches. We probably got a couple more of our coaches on here. I just haven't seen them yet. But you guys, I shared this vision. I don't know if y'all seen my live a couple weeks ago where I was super mentally just zoned out because I had spent 5 hours with a team, a staff, sharing this vision that we have for Black women of faith that began as a little seed here in Atlanta, but now they see that it's taken off worldwide. And so one of the staff members that I was working with recently wrote a testimonial, and she said, I enjoyed learning about Dr. AJ and the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, especially in regards to the way she is addressing the disproportionate spread of mental health services to Black families by giving more Black women access to life coaching. This is truly a benefit to the community. And she owns the leading training center that graduates Black women of faith. It gives the future Black women certified life coaches and their coaching clients access to skilled, trained, qualified, certified professionals with a lived experience. What that means is I take my struggles of dealing with homelessness and the death of my mom happening on the same day as my divorce from a 5-year marriage became final. I use my story to speak to where you are. You see yourself in some parts of my story, whether it's about me dropping out of college or the job being downsized or the partnership that I had with a business prior to this dissolving away, or just being in this disadvantaged place and position all my life. I feel like I was always the broke friend from low income, that wanted to do more, knew I was called for more. That speaks to somebody. That's why you still here. You're hanging on. You come back, you watch my replays, you set your notifications on and join me live. All of this sticks because you too have a story, or as this staff member said, a lived experience. And your coaching clients, they're going to love you for that. They're going to come back for more because they know that you get them. You understand where they are. That's why you can't tell people what to do based on what you've done, because child, y'all wouldn't live my life if you had the chance. But if I ask you some really good, serious questions based on where I have been in my life, or based on where you say you want to go, because you've seen me go through some things, get through some things, get success to a certain extent, I can ask you questions based on that experience that still don't tell you what to do, but help you to achieve the vision and the goals that you've set for yourself. So that's what this one staff member said. And this is from the Center for Civic Innovation here in Atlanta. They saw my vision for future Black life coaches, and they said they love the fact that we can take what we've been through and help coach other people and still serve the mental health space for Black people. I was like, thank you. She said it is clear that this work is the compassion and passion of Dr. Austin's work. And she has, again, lived experience, professional experience, and has found her calling. Y'all, this is what I do. This ain't for play. Like I said, when you go try to do this on your own or figure it out, trying to copy and paste what you see other people do, or you go pay less, you'll be back and I'll be right here because I'm in this for the long haul. And that's why I'm starting with this training that we're doing that is 2 half days, October 16th and 17th, coming up. It's over at futureblackLifeCoach.com. You can go sign up, get all the details, more information. But we're spending 2 days together live on camera, so you ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to be nowhere but home and on camera. And you can finally take the guesswork out of what you should be doing as a coach. Am I doing it right? What is life coaching? How do I describe it? How do I explain it? What can I do? What can I do? Am I really called to this? Do I really want to do this? How much money do we make? Will people really pay for me? Where do I find paying clients? Child, we gonna dive into all that if you ask me on the training, okay? And so this is for people who want to know what's next. Like you have been in the research phase. I keep popping up on videos. Some of y'all say, you don't know how you found me. I just popped up on your thread one day and you can't look away, okay? And so it's time for you to get that information you've been seeking on how to become a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified Black woman life coach, right? And see if you have what it really takes to become a life coach. That's what we're going to dive into during this 2-day event over at futureblackLifeCoach.com. Here's your bonus before we go. And y'all feel free to put any questions that you have. No more marriage proposals. I am not accepting those at the moment. But if you have a question about the 5 things that life coaching is not, okay, then you can put that there. Galecki says, my God, you know what is 2:25 a.m. here. Everyone has long gone to bed, but I can continue listening to you to this morning. My alarm clock is not ringing in 2 hours. I love your voice. Precious. Awesome. So here's your bonus, and I'll let you get back to sleep, Galecki. For everyone, life coaching is not. That's in my Yoda voice. Life coaching is not for everyone. That's in my Black woman certified life coach educated voice, okay? Life coaching is not for everyone. Everyone's not meant to be a life coach, and everyone's not meant to receive life coaching. Everyone's not coachable. They're not ready to be coached. And so that's why I say you can't tell people what to do. You can't give them advice. You can't share your opinion. You can't tell them how to be or how to live because everybody's not ready to receive that. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I'm addicted to TikTok. And one of the trends on TikTok is what's a conversation that if you said out loud, people ain't ready to receive. This is my conversation. Life coaching is not for everyone. Just like church ain't for everybody. So you got to find a creative way to help people who want to be helped. Okay? Because life coaching is not for everyone, that means that everyone's not ready, everyone's not open, everyone does not have the mental capacity to receive, they don't have the heart space to receive. A lot of our hearts have been broken and hurt and they're closed, they're guarded. The Bible talks about having hardened hearts. A lot of us are there in that hurt place. So that's the last thing we need. The workshop is virtual. We're going to be on Zoom, girl. I'm going to get to see y'all beautiful faces. I'm going to be looking in the background like, girl, what's behind you? It's live on camera from your house. It is virtual. Check out futureblackLifeCoach.com. It's going to answer all your questions. But a lot of people don't realize that that's why we can't tell people what to do. Everybody's not coachable. Everybody's heart is not ready. Everyone doesn't ask for help. That's how you know if you're coaching or not. If you feel like coaching is coaching, I'm putting in quotes, because we're talking about those of y'all that just calling yourself a coach name and trained, skilled, qualified, certified, got to do all that. If you think it's hard, if people are like, they won't do what I tell them to do. If you like I used to be, all they had to do, and then they didn't come back and say thank you. That's because you told them what to do. Hashtag, who know the hashtag, put it in the comments real quick. Because if they're not coachable, if their hearts aren't open and they haven't asked you for your help in their life, They feel like they don't need to be coaching. I remember one time I was trying to help someone and they said, "This feels like an interrogation." And I said some other stuff in my head, but I knew that it felt like an interrogation because they had not asked to be coached. It was just me trying to coach. Everybody ain't ready. All hearts and minds are not clear. They are blocked in some way. And so your coaching clients will come to you. Tell them, Galecki, that ain't coaching, sis. Let me help y'all spell ain't. A-I-N-T. You don't even need no apostrophe. You don't even need no apostrophe. Galecki says, I'm definitely checking you next day. See if this is I can draw out of this night. Yes, because that ain't coaching. You telling people what they need to do. Everybody ain't coachable. Everybody don't ask. Everybody don't need. Everybody ain't ready to be coached or to become a coach. I'm going to leave that there. That's why we're working with coaching personalities in this 2-day event over at futurebblacklifecoach.com. Because if a person doesn't want to be coached, if they haven't asked to be coached, you got to give them time to request it in their own way. That's why I'm not stressed or pressed whether you come join me to get trained and certified. If you're serious about becoming a coach, check out futurebblacklifecoach.com. If you try to go somewhere else, you're going to always wonder, what did Dr. AJ teach that I missed? Don't worry about it. Head over to futurebblacklifecoach.com so you don't miss a thing. Because as a brief recap tells us, 5 things that life coaching is not. It's not a replacement for counseling or therapy. Hashtag that ain't coaching. I need y'all to preach to me in the comments. Hashtag that ain't coaching. It's not the end all be all solution to your client's problems. Hashtag that ain't coaching, sis. It's not telling others what to do, what to think, how to be in their lives, not giving advice or sharing opinions or being biased or judgmental or scolding or parenty or preachy or teachy. Hashtag that ain't coaching, sis. You got to do it where you don't even move your lips. That ain't coaching, sis. It's not doing the hard work for your clients. Hashtag that ain't coaching, sis. And it's definitely not trying to get your clients to commit to a lifelong coaching contract, because as a coach, as someone who is professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified as a life coach, Black woman of faith, you are training your clients on how not to need you, how to let you become that angel on their shoulder, telling them the positive voices, asking them the positive questions where they're like, Dr. AJ, I can hear your voice. I can see your smiling face asking me this serious question about whatever's going on in my life. And as you do that as a newly trained, skilled, qualified, certified, professional Black woman of faith who's a certified life coach, you are now making space for your future coaching clients. You don't want your clients to need you. You want to coach them to their next. Just like I've been able to help my clients, you want to do that too. And then that bonus tells us that everybody is not ready to become a coach and they're not ready to be coached. But you won't know that if you have not invested in becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified Black woman of faith who is now a life coach. If you're ready to take one step towards it, get more information, sign up to join us over at futurebblacklifecoach.com. Are there any questions before I go? Let me read through, make sure I covered everything I wanted to. I know it's been a while since y'all seen me. I'll be back soon, so make sure your notifications are on. Replay viewers, put hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know you watching this again. If I don't see questions, I'm going to give you back the rest of your day, because as we know on tonight, we got some international tribe with us that's hanging out like I be doing with my coaches in other countries. Be laying in the bed, listening, half sleep, and trying to take notes and wake up in the morning and remember what I said. Sheila says, thank you for being here. I don't see any questions, so thank you guys for hanging out. I will leave you with this. Remember, there is someone somewhere. They are waiting on you, sis, to walk in your destiny as a future Black life coach so they can walk into theirs. Because when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. And as you know now, as a certified Black woman of faith, when you impact one life, you impact generations as a life coach. If you're ready to take that next step, I'll be over at www.futureblackLifeCoach.com. Meet me there, and I'll see y'all soon. Because what you doing right now, hashtag that ain't coaching, sis. Y'all have a phenomenal rest of your night. God bless. Bye, y'all.